Alrighty, folks, back with another new album review. Hot on the heels of the Rolling Stones, we have Godthrymm with their latest third full-length album called Projections. Can't really, cover's a little dark. Looks brighter on the vinyl. So yeah, these guys are a doom metal band out of West Yorkshire. They were formed in 2017. Like I said, this is their third full-length album, but they do have Glencross. She's vocals and keyboards. Hamish Glencross, guitar and vocals. I think that says Bob Orville. Kris McLaughlin. I don't remember what these guys, but I'll read it here in a second. Shaun Steele. So anyway, before I lost my train of thought, yeah, these guys, type sticker, simple and to the point, band shot. Okay, so we have Hamish Glencross on lead guitar and vocals, Shaun Steele on drums and percussion, Bob Crolla on bass. I know I screwed his name up earlier. Then Godthrymm Glencross on keyboards and vocals, and Kris McLaughlin on rhythm, lead, and acoustic guitars. So yeah, 3 full-length albums, 4 EPs. So fairly prolific for a band that started releasing stuff in 2018. Especially, I mean, when you consider bands nowadays, sometimes taking 2, 3 more years to really in between albums. Get some nasty glare here. So yeah, Metal Marty Mac turned me on to these. He mentioned them on his channel. So I heard a couple of minutes of the first track and decided to check them out. The CD version has 7 tracks, and oddly enough, the bonus track is called Projections. Then the digital also has 7 tracks, but the bonus track is called Epilogue, and I think it's just like a 3-minute instrumental. And then the vinyl only has the 6 tracks. So the vinyl is missing the title track. So your first track here is called Trenches Deep. Bombastic riffing, crashing drums. You know it's going to be an epic track, epic doom track. I'm going to skip over even saying what I was going to say for this one. The female vocals and the keyboards help add to the epic feel. And then halfway through, the pace quickens to almost thrash metal speed, complete with double bass drumming. Then your next track is Truth in My Own, more heavy riffing. He delivers the vocals here in both the lower and higher register, which is where his vocals shine at the best. The first track, the first part of the song, he kind of sings in like his normal voice, which he sounds like the dude from Nickelback when he does that. So he's much better off singing in the lower and highest registers, which luckily he does for the rest of the album. The female vocals and double bass back for that epic feel, and you get a really tasty guitar solo in this track. The Sun Never Fell is your next one. The ethereal female vocals kick off this track. Then Hamish comes in and they trade verses back and forth. and there's good riffing between the verses too. But then the song, again, about the halfway mark, just kind of slows down to this plod. I wouldn't say it's funeral doom, but it's walking that line of funeral doom. Then Endure My Skin is your next one. That funeral doom pace continues. Almost like this track almost sounds like Paul Bearer trying to play funeral doom. Then you get this death metal, black metal vocal hybrid. I think it's the dude from My Dying Bride, Aaron Stanhope. I think he's the one who's doing that. Luckily, that only lasts for a minute because it really doesn't add anything to the song. It does lead into this really cool guitar solo, but the guitar solo is way too brief. And then, of course, the plodding returns to close out the track. Jules is your next one, as in Family Jewels. Catherine's ethereal vocals back again to kick off the track. Nice haunting piano in this one. She gets to flex her vocal chops a bit here also. She's got a really good voice, so I wish they'd use her full voice more than just the ethereal vocals. They kind of have a tendency to make the songs sound kind of samey. And like I said, she's got a really good voice, so they should let her stretch her vocal chops a little bit more. Very spacious song, very mellow song, really more gothic than doom in my opinion. Hope Eternal is your next one. Nice guitar and double bass to open the track on this one. Catherine's back at center stage again, doing the layered vocal thing here. The riffing and the drumming really strong on this one, and you get a nice little drum and bass breakdown towards the end of the track. Then your final song is Projections. Weird little number. Light on percussion, light on guitar, layered female vocals again, and there's only 2 lines in the song: dying through life and sleep in heavenly peace. Those are the 2 lines in the song, and they're kind of repeated ad nauseum. It probably goes on for a little too long, but it is a pretty unique track. Kind of eerie way to end the album. So this is a solid 8 out of 10 album. It starts off really strong. The first 2 tracks are my favorite ones, Trenches Deep and Truth in My Own. They should definitely stick to those style of songs, in my opinion. I have seen some reviews where people say that this is the weakest of their 3 full-length albums, so I'd be interested to hear some of their earlier ones and see if they're more in the style of those first 2 songs, because I did see also in the reviews that the people thought that the band was trying too hard to expand their sound, experimenting a little bit too much, maybe going in progressive doom territory. But yeah, it's a good solid album. I enjoyed it. Godthrymm, Projections, 8 out of 10. You guys have a good one.